Lights, the camera's already on. Action, yeah. Welcome, bloody hell, to news of the non-boring nature, which does what it says on the tin, makes news less boring. And this Nicola Bully thing gets sadder and sadder as each day passes, with the appalling speculation by so many and the ridiculous way it's been done by the police. The competence of the police has had a new low, so this certainly isn't helping their cause the way they've handled this, and handled it super horribly. They've made so many obvious errors if you do your research on it when it comes to pretty much the entire investigation. With I could go on a tangent on it all day if I wanted to. And it's just absolutely appalling. The way, despite no evidence, they've always gone for, she's in the river, she's in the river. There's no evidence. Most people are convinced that it's not in the river. And it's just absolutely appalling that they haven't thought about other options, which they've obviously made. They can be that bad, but surely they've thought of other scenarios of where she could be. Yeah, no evidence in the river. Not even people who know her are convinced she's in the river. For the love of God, they're the ones who know her. Help them a little and look there as well. You can look in the river all you want, but expand your search. In other news, the leader of Belarus has said they'll declare war on Ukraine if they're attacked. We know. How was that? British gas boss says it's too early to. The boss of British gas owner Centrica has refused to be drawn on whether he will take a bonus worth up to £1.6 million after the company posted huge profits. Chris O'Shea said it was too early to have a conversation over any payout, as profits hit £3.3 billion for 2022. How about you be a little bit humanitarian? I know people like this who've become super pro-capitalist don't know how to do that very much, and I'll make no apologies, but come on. It's not hard. You're rich enough. It's obviously the humanitarian option. The first named storm of the season, Storm Otto, is forecast to batter part of Scotland and England on Friday. The Met Office has said winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour, or as high as 80 miles an hour, were likely on exposed coasts in northern Scotland. A yellow warning's been issued from 3 till 3 for almost all Scotland, and another from 5 till 2 for the borders and northeast England. I'm from the northwest. Judging from this, we're alright, but you never know. People who judge weather are often wrong because it's a prediction, isn't it? Andrea Riseborough has said she's deeply impacted by the controversy. What did I say, controversy? Controversy surrounding her Oscar nomination. Her surprise inclusion in the leading actress category, while black actresses were shut out, has prompted much debate in Hollywood in recent weeks. We get it. Diversity. Sure, there are, issues, obviously, but, come on, it's gonna happen. There are numerous talented black actors, but they shouldn't be forced to put them there. I don't get why. Why do we refer to people as white actors and black actors? Why can't we just call them all actors, skin colour, whatever else, and just accept whoever's nominated? Because at the end of the day, the last thing award shows are a medium of how good actors are, like, or actresses are. What's the point of calling female actors actresses as well? They're all just actors. To truly stop segregation, just give them all a single name. And yeah, we all know black actresses, well, black actors, whatever. We all know they're talented, and I'm only called them that for the sake of this conversation. I would just call them actors, because they are actors at the end of the day. There are a number of talented actors who may be black, yeah, and they do deserve recognition, but, like, judging from this, the majority do give them that. And yeah, award shows are extremely outdated. I think the best thing we can do is scrap them. They are ridiculous. They bring a number of celebrities around for them not to win anything, which is just stupid. And it could have a massive impact, especially the Razzies, on people's mental health if they're being called shit or undeserving of nominations. Look at Just Like That in the Grammys winning Song of the Year. The amount of hate that's got on TikTok. I mean, I've never listened to the song, but it's a songwriting award. She's won 13 Grammys. It can't have been that bad. And some people have argued All Too Well should win should have won if it was to do with songwriting. I say All Too Well, songwriting wise, is good, but it's not particularly special. You can go back to some lines all you want, but I'm pretty sure there's also going to be some amazing lines in that Just Like That, but you haven't even bothered to try it yet. And of course, Nicola Sturgeon resigned as First Minister. The pressure got to her, and I think it should actually stop transphobia for people who have always been against Nicola Sturgeon, as the trans row, this sort of war, has stopped her being First Minister over this Isla Brighton scandal. And I could go about that for as long as we want. But in summary, that was done wrongly. Isla's probably faking it, and sometimes your biological sex is over identity for people's safety. Although, I'll say that. Who cares about prisoner safety? It's a ridiculous debate. Just chuck Isla in a prison, I don't care. I know technically putting Isla in a male one makes more sense, as Isla's biological male and did his crimes as a male. But, like, and that's obviously killed off Nicola Sturgeon. But, yeah. There's a number of loopholes with, like, transgender identity, and I say trans women deserve to be women in some regards, but, like, in terms of, like, prisons and stuff, their biological sex has to overrun that. I'm male. If I saw someone who has a vagina in a men's bathroom, I'll at least use a unisex one. Like, come on, they exist. They're a weird invention. I think you can have unisex ones if there's, like, a stores for boys in one corner, and, like, unisex toys don't really work, do they? They just need to be, if you put the stores maybe, like, far away from each other, then maybe it'll work, but at the same time, nothing stopping them coming out and fucking. But, you know, most people don't want to fuck after taking a shit, so yeah, it's weird. It's a loophole. There's so many little loopholes and, like, weird things you can talk about with trans identity, toilets, places where biological sex may matter more for people's safety, for people's well-being, for people's all of that. And the teens charged with the murder of trans woman Brianna Gay, I think I've heard her name also pronounced as, like, Jai, appear in court, yeah, it's disgraceful. We don't know the motives, but it's at least partly because she's trans. Come on, obviously. And yeah, trans or not, don't kill people. It's stupid, it's wrong. And on Keir Starmer's big day, he was overdone in the news. He was meant to get front page, but then Sturgeon decided to go, I'm resigning in a bit. You'll never hear me do a Scottish accent again, I'm sorry. This is a fairly unapologetic show, but like sometimes you gotta apologise a little. On Keir Starmer's big day, where he was basically saying, fuck Jeremy Corbyn, he's a little bitch, in a super elongated way, and his supporters can fuck off. It's my party, it's my rules, you better support me, otherwise you don't belong here. And he basically said that in an elongated, more posh political way. And, yeah. He says that, despite never speaking out against Corbyn when he was Labour Party leader, and doing any of that shite. He was supporting him. And you'd think if he hated him that much, maybe he'd go a little rebellious, go a little bit angsty, and rebel against him, diss him a little. Look at the Tories. They look at their leader and want to replace him every 5 fucking minutes. It's a joke. I think they need to settle their differences in an epic rap battle of history. How funny would that be? Politics shouldn't be used in a jokey thing. Again, have you seen the Tories over the past fucking year and a half or two? Over the past 13 years of reign, really. It's less jokey than they would be doing now, put them in a little epic rap battle of history. One of them might be dope on the mic. I'd watch it any day. I'd watch it every day after that. Use it as fuel to do private things. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you next week. Unless there's an emergency episode, but yeah. Get your news in an unboring way. And fuck the Tories in a bit.
Thank you.